Hello, how's everyone doing? Damn, I had quite the scuff right before the stream right here, but you know what? No, we're good, we're good. I completely had forgotten that, the game really doesn't just play the music whenever you click out the window. Like now, for example. Yeah, it always does that every time you click out. Damn it. Well, it is what it is. Hello, Kakarot. Welcome to stream. So, I have been checking a little bit. I have been checking a little bit the new game they released like this month, like 20 days ago. Fate Hollow Ataraxia, which means, it's a Greek word and it means undisturbed. Are you Aristarchus? Yes, that's who I am. So, let me see. This game, I have no idea what it is, but for some reason I just wanted to check it out. Perhaps it's gonna be the next game. Yo! It's gonna be the next game we're gonna play. Yo! Now that is the mood right there. Cigarettes! The Marlboro cigarettes. Goddamn. Okay, Shiro over here being the hero once again. Ooh! Best girl, in my personal opinion, but okay. Oh, and of course, we are back with, with the king. So, what the fuck is this? I literally don't know what I'm looking at. Relive the 4 days of destiny. Set half a year after the end of the Fifth Holy Grail War. So I guess it's 6 months after Stay Night. The classic visual novel Fate Hollow Ataraxia comes remastered to Steam, building on the 2014 release. This remaster features English and simplified Chinese localization for the first time, in addition to full HD visuals. Choose your own adventure in colorful scenarios unfolding day and night in the city of Fuyuki, and you delve into into hidden truths behind the Holy Grail War. You will also unlock a collection of feature-packed minigames as you progress through the story. Spend your days with familiar characters and explore the world of Fate, all while fighting to survive a new Holy Grail War. Within 6 months? Okay, story. Half a year has passed since Shiro and Miya won. Yeah, okay, that is a little bit of a spoiler, but you know what? Technically speaking, we already knew that. In the wake of the conflict, Shiro and his friends are readjusting to peaceful everyday life. Meanwhile, in a desolate mansion at the outskirts of Uyugi, a mage awakens. Bazet Fraga Mak Remitz, sealed this designation forcer from the Mages Association and former master in the Holy Grail War. Come on, let's continue the Holy Grail War, Bazet Fraga Makremitz. Also, we can find you. We can find your wish this time. A shadow shears at her. Its name is Avenger, servant of an 8th class who never existed in the 5th Holy Grail War. Their unlikely encounter signals that the battle is far from finished. Shiro and Miya, aspiring champion of justice, steps into the stage of the Holy Grail War once more. What fate awaits him beyond these 4 days of destiny? So there is fucking more! There is more! Minigames include the Jump Tiger Swords, Rise Operation Super Space, Jump Super Space Time Tiger and Swords, Tempest Ilias Castle, Battle Fortune Toshaka Shrine. Capsule Servant is not included in this release. What? So we are one behind. Whatever. Well, okay, you know what? I think we found our next entry. We're gonna have to play Ataraxia after everything. Yeah, Fate Hollow Ataraxia. I don't know how to spell that. Yeah, it's going to be the sequel. Also, it has mini games. I think they will also have a lot of lore. They didn't include the Capsule Servant, man. Damn. I have no idea who the Capsule Servant is, but it's sad to hear that it's, less of what we could have gotten. Anyway, let's continue from where we left off. Actually, no, gallery. Flowchart. So, where are we? Okay, we are on the 4th day. No, 5th day. Oh yeah, we had stumbled upon Miss, Ryder over here. Medusa. And we arrived at home, dinner, everyone gets along. And should we attack Ryu Temple? And I chose to attack the temple. Fuck. Okay. I forgot that was my choice. Ugh. Okay. You know what? No. Fuck it. We ball. Wait, you have the beast Nero? Yes, she was one of the first things I got. It wasn't. It's not Nero. It's Draco, not Nero. Draco. She was one of the first servants I ever got, and yeah, basically, not to brag, but I'm a beast tamer, okay? Well, yes, but yes. Yeah. The clouds zip by overhead. Must be a strong wind up there.
Master, 時期0時ですが。
Wait, sorry for clicking out, but I really do need more. There we go, more sound. There we go.
町も眠りについた。出向くにはいい頃合いだ。
I know as I grab my Sinai bag. Inside, I've packed a bamboo sword. Bamboo sword? Oh man, I have been playing a lot of Zenless Zone Zero. I've packed a bamboo sword I found in the shed. It's not the greatest weapon for going up against a servant, but as long as I'm strengthening magecraft works, my strengthening magecraft works, I should be able to survive at least one attack.
Saber, 竜道寺に行くのはあくまで様子見だ。
We're only going to do it. Okay, it sounds like a plan. Maybe not actually attack anyone on sight, if not necessary.
マスターがどんなやつなのか、そのサーバントがどのクラスなのかを確認できればいい。こっちから仕掛ける必要はないからな。
わかりました。ですが敵が戦いを望み、四郎の身に危険が及ぶと判断したときは、その限りではありません。敵地に赴く以上、どちらかの死は覚悟してほしい。
Yeah, thanks for reminding us. Man, we're starting off on a high note. I had completely forgotten this is where we actually left off. Ah, yes, we're going to fight a servant better than my We're going to fight a servant better than my bamboo sword with me. Yeah. Better take my bamboo sword with me. Yeah. Apparently he got the strats. I don't fucking know what he's thinking, honestly. The possibility of death. The scales of fate wait on one hand and the I completely read whatever I want. The scales of fate wait on one end, the master at Ryodu Temple, and on the other us, the intruders. The scales are balanced right now, but they may tip one way or the other tonight. We head west from the intersection and hurry along the empty road. Ryodu Temple is located at the end of the gently sloping mountain path opposite the more developed Shindo. I wasn't ready to start reading. Sorry for reading as if literally I don't know how to read. My eyes, see whatever the fuck they want. Ryodu Temple is located at the end of the gently sloping mountain path opposite the more developed Shindo. Okay, there we go. Now I phrased it correctly. This music. This music. It's the music of anxiety. There's a long set of stairs. The road that leads up to one of the tallest mountains in Fuyuki is all but swallowed up in an ominous darkness.
Saber, サーバントの気配、感知できるか？
はい。正確には把握できませんが、確かにサーバントの気配がします。
Ah, excellent. So that means that she can they can sense you too. Perfect. Also, I love the fact that you already changed it to your armor. Nice. Now I have you. Now I have you. I'm so happy. I now have you. I need to have you on. Fuck. I need to have you on Honkai Star Rail too. Well, remains to be seen what will happen with my luck. Saber's detection ability seems to be weakened, probably by the bounded field set up over Ryodo Temple.
良くない風です。シロ、片時も私のそばを離れないように。
I just nod in answer, then start up the stone stairs. What did he say? I just nod in answer, then start up the node stairs. Okay. The air feels tense. Shrouded in the dark of night, the forest echoes with soft rustling sounds. With every step I take, worry gnaws at my stomach. The temple gate finally comes into view. Nothing's happened so far. There's no sign of the enemy, and the temple gates are wide open, as if inviting us inside.
シロ、止まって。
敵か、セイバ
ー。はい。ですがサーバントではありません。気配が微弱すぎる。おそらく監視役の使い魔でしょう。無視しても構わないのですが、しかし。
By the way, Stremmer, I have five artillery. I forgot about Berserker and Mysterious Idol X. Ah, okay. Damn it. I cannot catch up to you fast then. I just have to get lucky. It is what it is. It is what it is. I was thinking about... I saw that the banner, you know, for Jeanne d'Arc actually is available. And I'm hoping that, you know, you never know, I might get her if if I'm lucky again. I will certainly try. I do hope I will be able to get her. There must be something about that surveillance familiar that makes her hesitate. Saber frowns, then glares at the temple gates just a few steps ahead of us.
Saber? なんか引っかかるものがあるのか？
わかりません。この王冠が監視の使い魔のものなのか、この山門を守る者の気配なのか。門番らしき者はいたようなのですが、今は不在のようです。認めたくはないのですが、私はそれを幸運と思っている。この門を守る者と対峙しなくてよかったと。
Okay. Okay then.
門の番人がいたってことか。けど、今はいない。
Yes, he's a good support too.
はい。私たちがやってきたことはすでに知られています。その上で門番を下げた意味は2つ。シローはどちらだと思いますか？
The gatekeeper was either pulled back to hide from us, or they're going to let us through the gates but don't intend to let us leave. Either way, we're not going to accomplish anything unless we get inside.
間違いなく罠だと思う。そういえば、ここから中の様子はわかるか？
いいえ、サーバントの気配がするという情報しかつかめない。
そうか。結局、中に入るまで何もわからないみたいだな。
Saber nods.
行こう。何を仕掛けてくるにしろ、相手の顔を見ないことには始まらない。
Saber and I approach the temple gate. For a brief moment, the clouds drift across the moon, swallowing up its light. Our vision falls into darkness. Fuck. In the darkness, I thought I saw a beautiful snake slithering between the trees. Ah, okay, you do. Yeah, okay, you had to actually make a, make it like that, okay.
待て、セイバー、今。
I stop Saber, who's trying to walk through the temple gate.
シロ、
Her golden hair whips around. But suddenly,
強制転移。バカな。この時代において転移魔術だと。そうか、キャスター。
fuck. Fuck. Saber's figure distorts. Distorts, yeah. What kind of mage graph is this? Saber becomes distorted like a mirage and...
まずい、下がれ、セイバー。なんか体が消えてるぞ。
違います、シロ。転移を受けているのはあなたの方だ。早く私の手を。
Yeah. I anticipated that we are the ones who actually go whatever the fuck. Transport? Like teleportation?
シロ、手を伸ばして。そのままでは中に引き込まれ。
Saber kicks the ground and grabs hold of my arm. But then... the dark figure of a servant cuts in front to the side. Cuts in from the side.
不覚を取りましたね、セイバー。魔術に対する強力なレジストがあだになった。あなたがそこまで強力でなければ彼を守りきれたものを。
貴様、サーバント。
Black and silver figures clash. Saber versus Rider. The two confront one another at the top of the stone steps.
セイバー、セイバー。
I feel myself pulled through dimensions, twisted out of mine and through others, then deposited back into reality. Ah. Bullshit. I guess it was dumb of me to assume that we could actually go in the offense for once. Wait, you do know that is Ryder, yes? Yes, I do. We did met her, actually. We did met her, yes. It was, Shinji's fucking servant. My blood flows backward. For a moment, my organs flip inside out and I'm overwhelmed by nausea.
あら、竜を釣ろうと思ったのに、網にかかったのは雑魚だけなんて。
I turn around to face whatever is behind me. I don't have time to figure out who it is. I swing the wooden sword behind me, not even taking it out of the Sinai bag. Aera? What? It seems like Greek, but it sure as hell doesn't read like Greek. Aero? Ilegago. I don't understand. The accent is too thick, and the letters seem like Greek, but obviously are not. I'm blown away. Something strikes the side of my chest and my body sinks into a watery surface. Ah. Okay, for once I thought I had spoiled it. No. I knew. I don't know who this is, though. I do know that she's Medea, but she's caster? She must be caster, isn't she? Crap. The liquid turns red. My body, the whole right side of my chest is gone.
バカな子。そんな紙くずみたいな魔術抵抗で私の神殿にやってくるなんて。セイバーもマスターに恵まれなかったよね。
The purple-robed figure snickers. I'm dizzy. I need to get up and take Saber's hand, but I'm shaky and my body.
セイバーが気になる？安心なさい。彼女は私がもらってあげる。バーサーカーを倒すには彼女の宝具が必要ですからね。
You spoiled yourself,
あなた
streamer.
はここで
It's
死に
not
絶え
that
る
bad.
けど、彼女は私の奴隷として生き続けるわ。
Also enjoy this bad ending. Fuck! Of course. I anticipated that. Of course. Don't go into offense because we are bitches. That's the lesson I got. I don't have any strength in me. My fingers, they're cold as ice. My consciousness fades into darkness and mud.
さようなら坊や。そんな低能では奴隷にする価値もないけど、あなたの霊樹は私が有効に使ってあげる。
Wow, I didn't know that could be... I didn't know that servants could do that. Oh, the blade. She probably cut off our hand. A crooked blade glints in the darkness and begins cutting out my command spells. Ah, excellent. I'm in black, murky water. The only thing my motionless eyes see is the clouds swallowing up the moon. But dead end. Fuck. Perfect. Tiger Dojo is a light-hearted hint segment. Players who want to complete the game on their own or avoid out-of-character situations should proceed with caution. What? What do you mean by that? Tiger Dojo is a light-hearted hint segment. Players who want to complete the game on their own or avoid out-of-character situations should proceed with caution. Beyond here lies the Tiger Dojo. Would you like to seek advice? Sure? I'm not even sure what the fuck I'm looking. What? Dojo time. Hello, Wandering Shadow. I mean, you can't just say fuck it and go ahead straight into the fight, especially against someone who uses magic. I mean, select yes. Okay, I'll do so. Let's go. Say yes. You won't regret it. Okay. I'll say yes. But here's the thing. It feels like we're playing this entire damn time. Shiro is a bitch. Literally, we are in a war, and we haven't done anything. We haven't taken any initiative at all. The goal was to just see who the master was, see who the new servant is, and fucking dip. That was the goal. The goal wasn't to go Rambo in it, in all honesty. But that being said, again, we don't take any initiatives. Shiro doesn't take any initiatives. It's always like, okay, no. I'm gonna stay in the comfort of my home, and I'm gonna stay here until the war is over. Nothing bad will happen. Nothing at all. Like, bro, stop being such a bitch. You keep expecting Shiro to do better. He's a twig. He's just a guy. Sure, but still. You cannot really expect him to be a hero of justice if he doesn't take some bold actions. Like an actual hero, because heroes do take actions. They don't just sit, with their thumbs up their asses, My brother Shiro is a high schooler. Listen to me. I have heard... Listen, when it comes to anime, we don't even count the high school part of it. I have seen high schoolers do, like, the most craziest shit throughout my life as a weeb. We don't talk about that. Being a high schooler literally means nothing here. Whatever. Maybe there is a point to think about with that. I mean... Whatever, okay. Tiger Dojo. New Tiger Dojo scene added. Okay. Of course, it's Tiger! Eh?
傷も癒えていないというのにナンバーショットか。
What the hell were you thinking going out there when her wounds haven't even healed yet? It was almost healed, okay? Do not even try to school me for this shit!
シロはまだマスターになったばっかりなんだから、もうちょっと自分を鍛えなくっちゃダメでしょう。
It will literally be the end of the world by the time I have been trained enough.
そうよ。私にやられるならしょうがないけど、あんなメギツネにやられちゃうなんてかっこ悪いんだから。早く直前の選択肢に戻って今夜はおとなしくしてなさい。
Do you know how bitch that sounds? Stay at home, kids. Lock your doors. Don't let the boogeyman get ya. Fuck this shit. We have been staying indoors for the past half a week now. Literally, we are half a week into the war. And we are still staying in the...
そうそう。次はよーく考えて行動すること。
But I did thought hard. Shut up, Taiga.
さて、些細な選択ミスでスカーンとデッドエンドを迎えるみんなの味方、タイガー道場も今回で3回目。みんなもそろそろこの道場に慣れてきたと思いますが、
思いますか？何をタイが思わせぶりなこと言って何か思うところがあるの？
ある。というか、みんなもそろそろ気になってる頃だと思うんだけど。
思うんだけど？
じゃあ言うけど、正直ブルマは直球すぎではないだろうか。
I guess we shouldn't have skipped the other bad endings. I miss this dynamic.
だって道場でしょここ。運動するんだから体操服に着替えてるだけだけど。
なるほど、そういう理由でしたか。一応筋は通ってるわね。私の数少ない見せ場を奪おうという悪魔っ子の策略かと思っちゃった。
え？
考えすぎよタイガー。そもそもあなたと私とじゃ格が違うもの。わざわざ勝負服に着替えて戦うまでもないわ。
Yo! Challenge accepted?
そうだよね。私とイリアちゃんとじゃ扱いが違うし、争うまでもなかったわ。よかったよかった。私たちは永遠のマブダチだよ。体操服は元気の証だし、イリアちゃんにはその格好を許可しましょう。
当然よ。メイド服やスクール水着でないだけ感謝してよね。本当なら私は毎回違う格好で登場する予定だったんだから。
Okay.
あからさまに違うこの扱い。で悔しくないもんね。所詮ボツになったんだから私と扱い同じだもんね。けどミニマム気になる。他にはどんな服を着る予定だったのかな。
学ランとか鎌倉とか成長バージョンとか雪だるまとかエプロンとか着物とかジャーマンな国の将校軍服とか。
Yo, what? I see. You, Adolf is your friend too, huh? Oh. I guess the Japanese never forgot their best friends. Jesus. Man. But there is also another thing within this sentence. A grown-up me version. There is a grown-up version of you?
なんと40種ものバリエーションだったのでした。
ぐわー、もうよろしい。その恵まれた愛情が憎すぎる。けど将校服はちょっと見たかったので残念です。
What? Why the military uniform? What the fuck? I see. Everyone is a war crime enjoyer around these parts. And listen to me. I do like my war criminals, okay? But a part of me which is still righteous is not sure how to feel about this now that everyone is on board with it. Don't worry about it, streamer. Are you sure I shouldn't be worried about it?
くせに一度切った使用書をなしにするのは良くないと思うわ。
Man, it's starting to set in. They like war criminals. Fuck. Fuck me.
まったくもって。私のシナリオを削るなんて何を考えているのか上層部は。勝つ気があるのか勝つ気が。
Okay, the fourth wall break is amazing. Getting rid of my roots. Do they just hate money? Wait a minute, there was a root with you? Wait a minute. We could raise you? Wait.
あんたのシナリオなんて最初からないわよ。
Oh.
何を老石者そこに直れ
Taiga is the character, okay? I don't know what the fuck you're all talking about, but if I... Look, there are many amazing servants out there, but I would most certainly want to pull for Taiga. Oh. Got her with a dropkick. Fuck. No, Taiga, no.
あ、先輩、チワース。ま、楽にな。
What is up with that silly illustration?
タイガも伸びちゃったし、私もそろそろ戻ろうかな。
Okay.
スタンプをしてった。それじゃあ、またデッドエンド後に会いましょう。
See you in the next dead end. Now I'm wondering if I should get the dead ends. Tiger Dojo. Enter the Tiger Dojo. Oh, yeah. So you start from the most recent decision point? Yes, of course. You'll actually give me a favor. But the thing is, understood. Then Shiro let us head over to the temple by ourselves. Saber is a matter of fact about it, but I am... You see, Saber was in on it. Saber is the one who pushed me, and I had to change. You know, I had to take some action. Hey, if you had to find a single good thing about the Germans, is their fashion sense. True, it's fear through fashion. I have studied it a lot in my personal time. I mean, it is what it is. They did have an amazing fashion sense, indeed. True, and look at that ring, though. Jaguar man. Yeah. Yeah. But here's the thing, as I was saying before. Saber is the one who insisted upon it. She's not gonna like the fact that we're not gonna fight. Whatever.
いや、俺も遠坂と同じだ。まだあそこには手を出さない方がいい。
Yeah, I agree with Tosaka. We should actually, not do anything at all. Yeah.
あなたまで戦わないというのですか。
Look how much we disappointed her.
バカな。今まで体を休めていたのは何のためです。
She's absolutely right.
敵の所在が判明した以上、打って出るのが戦いというものでしょう。
Exactly. We need to seize the opportunity.
それは分かってる。けど待つんだ、セイバー。
Bitch ass.
竜道寺にいるマスターがそこまで用意周到なやつなら絶対に罠を張っている。そこに何の策もなしで飛び込むのは自殺行為だ。
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
遠坂の言う通り、せめてアーチャーが回復するまで待つべきだと思う。
そのような危険は当然です。初めから無傷で勝利を得ようなどと思ってはいません。
She's absolutely right, by the way. She's absolutely right. And if you think, listen to me. One thing as a writer, I know this. There is something called plot armor. Some things would have worked out in our favor if this is the route that the creators wanted to take. But no, this is not the route they want to take. So they have to actually throw at us every excuse they can. Whatever. I'm fucked off from this, honestly. Whatevs.
敵の罠が体を貫こうと、この首を渡さなければ戦える。どのような深手を負おうと、 マスターさえ倒せればいいのではないのですか。
バカ言うな。怪我をしてもいいなんてそんな話があるか。
This is how wars work. This is how wars work, Shiru. Not that a bitch ass like you would ever understand.
危険を承知で行くのはいいけど、そんな特攻は馬鹿げてる。俺はマスターとしてセイバーにそんな危険な真似をさせられない。
It's not a suicide mission. What the fuck are you talking about? You're just making it sound more grandiose that it is. Just because the game really just has to make you feel like, oh yes, this is truly the right decision. Whatever. I'm not taking any of this shit. If I was a writer, I would have literally made it to stay inside actually the bad ending. Which actually I would do so. Maybe, fuck, I will do so. Let me take a note of that. One day, you would expect that, oh yes, the right answer is to hold back and be patient until you realize that, hey, staying there like a like a fucking deer in the headlights will actually make you lose. Get fucked. How can you say it's not suicide when Shiro got dissected? Okay, look, it's a suicide mission implies that you're not gonna return. You're gonna finish your task and then you're not gonna be able to escape. The idea was for us to go in, find out who the servant and the master is, and that's it. That's all we had to do. Basically, that was the main goal. Now, why the fuck is Medusa siding with... Why the fuck is Medusa siding with, with Medea? That is completely, you know, on some sort of explanation that it was never given to us. Yet. I assume that at one point we will learn about that. That being said, the plan is simple. No big, no big drama, no big risks. Just go in, see who the fuck is there, get out. That was a plan. That was a genuine plan. It could have worked, but the writers don't agree with that. So here we are. I mean, writer's master is Shinji. Yes, but who is Medea's master? We do not know. That's what we were supposed to find out. And the game, for some reason, really just wanted to give us the idea that, oh, you know what? No. This is not how it would work out because you will be too weak for that. Or somehow, some way, no Deus Ex Machina will happen again. So, yeah, sit there on your eggs like a chicken and, don't do anything. I disagree. I genuinely disagree. Like, okay, I understand that this is the route they want to go for. I understand that sometimes patience is a virtue, but we have already been waiting. We have already been waiting and we have already been found by Hercules of all. And we almost died again. So, sitting again is really the answer? It seems like it's like the same mistake again. I'm just trying to explain why I find it wrong, okay? You should have expected backstabbing from Shinji. I didn't anticipate that Shinji will actually team up with someone else. I do anticipate the backstabbing, but not him actually siding with someone else. We got our first proper bad ending. Oh yeah, that's what we got, Luz. Welcome to stream. Hello. Hi, Luz. Nothing much. Streamer died just now and watched Tiger Dojo for the first time. Yeah, actually, Luz, you missed out. The Tiger Dojo was actually kind of rad. Even though it pisses me off the fact that they're trying to school me over a good logic. That, hey, we have already been punished once for not doing anything. Because Hercules found us again. So, is it really the best choice to actually just sit here and do nothing? I do not agree. You know what? I genuinely do not agree. But you know what? It's just it's just how this version of events have to play out for some reason. Because perhaps the writers have something else in mind. But honestly, in the future, when I write a script, I will make you believe that actually staying here in the safety is actually the right thing to do, and then you're gonna get fucked over. Why? Because sometimes inaction is It's a death sentence. It is. Just sitting there, not doing anything and expecting that, oh yeah, in your safety everything is better. It's what will actually get you killed. I understand that many people might not agree with me, and I understand that in some cases that's not always true. But again, I have reasons to believe so that doing this a second time, it's wrong in terms of writing at least, because we have already been laying low and Hercules again found us. We almost died once already because we were inactive. They came after us. So now we have to take an action in order to get back some ground. It would make sense. Per logic it would. That works better in a different game medium where fighting takes more effort than clicking a dialogue choice. True. You always want to push Shiro to do the most brave choice, but the writing has to set limits. Yes, but you see, the thing is, the brave choice, it's only when danger has already found you. That is inactive again, like, oh yeah, do the brave thing only when danger has already found you. Why not take a step for the danger to not find you first? And have the upper hand, have the advantage over the fact that you were the one who found danger. I know that, again, it may not sound completely right, but in some cases it must happen. Fortune favors the bold. It has to be where, in a certain situation, you would actually need to take action if you actually want to win. Hesitation is a death sentence on its own. Whatever. Maybe, again, this is the way the writing goes in this, in this work of fiction, and perhaps the writers have a good reasoning for that. It is what it is. It is what it is. I will not linger on it anymore. But we're talking about a normal teen who has no combat experience, and the only magecraft he can do is strengthening, and Saber is hella debuffed here. Again, I'm not talking about what is the advantages and disadvantages here. I'm talking about what the actions have brought us so far and what would make sense for us to do. For all we know, the enemy might be in the same, if not worse, situation than us. You do not know that. But again, I guess the game really just wants to take its own route. This is what it is. The lone road leading up to the temple is sure to be packed with traps or obstacles, maybe both. It's one thing to go in expecting the dangers, but doing it without a plan to deal with them is suicidal. No matter how powerful Saber is, she's still held back by my weakness. I would hate for her to push herself to fight and end up... Yeah, okay. I get it. If it ends up like it did last time, I can't agree to just to charge in blindly. Yeah, okay. Whatever.
いいですか、マスター。サーバントは傷を負うものです。それを恐れて戦いを避けるなど、私のマスターには許しません。
ああ、許されなくて結構だ。セイバーが無茶をするんなら何度だって止めるからな。それが嫌ならさっさと体を治せって言うんだ。まだ傷が治りきってないんだろ、お前は。
戦闘に支障はありません。傷を理由に戦いを先延ばしにするなどと、そのような気遣いは不要です。
Saber just won't change her mind about fighting. Why doesn't she understand no matter what I say?
ああ、そうかよ。けどな、そう簡単にうなずけるか。以前だってそれでセイバーはバーサーカーにやられちまったんだろ。無理を通して戦って、また俺もお前も共倒れなんて真似を繰り返すつもりか。冗談じゃない。俺はあんな無残に殺されるなんて二度とごめんだ。
Yo, bro, he actually talked He actually talked her down. God damn. Okay. Turns out Shiro's ability to be a bitch really is more powerful than, you know... it really is more powerful than Saber actually trying to, you know... be persistent. That he's a special... his noble phantasm. Omega bitch. Shiro Emiya's truth noble phantasm. Oh man. And then I expect Saber to argue. Instead, she just draws in a breath and...
それを言うのは卑怯ではないですか。
Yeah. Yeah. Secret Joestar technique. Yep. Her tone is apologetic.
卑怯で悪かったな。とにかく、こっちから仕掛けることはまだしないぞ。
Like a bitch.
俺だって、竜道寺にいるマスターは放っておけない。けど、俺たちは戦える状態じゃない。こんなんで戦ってやられちまったら、それこそ誰が竜道寺のマスターを止めるんだ。いいか、こっちから打って出るのは、お前の傷が治って万全の状態になってからだ。それに文句があるんなら、さっさと他のマスターを見つけてくれ。
God damn. Okay. I see what the writers were trying to do here now. They wanted to create the argument in order to have Shiro have this heated moment with Saber. Now I get it. You don't like my decisions? Then fuck off. Take your contract and your, you know, and your seals with you too. I'd like to think that Rin is hearing them argue and be like, nice. Yeah, I suppose so. I did not expected him to actually say that. Go find another master. Oh, god damn. Poor Saber.
わかりました。マスターがそういうのでしたら。
Poor Saber. Listen to me, girl. You and I would mix so perfectly because I know where you're coming from. I know what you mean. And yes, I have lost battles because I didn't do anything. Many times in both board games and video games. Sometimes actually not taking action in the moment you have to means that you miss a critical point where you could have gained an important advantage. Many times, I cannot even express to you how bitch luck can usually be. When you don't take the initiative and you assume that, okay, I'll find myself in peak condition first, and then when I feel comfortable, only then I'll take action. Yes, but that, you know what that also means? It means that, well, the enemy would also have prepared far better by the time you're actually gonna take action. And even if you have literally every tool at your disposal, they just so happen to have every counter they require in order to be able to repel you. It has happened to me. It has happened to me in video games, in strategy games, in board games. It is true. You cannot really say that Shiro or Saber is in the wrong here. They both have good reasonings. But again, not taking action is also a bad thing sometimes. This is where I'm coming from, and this is where I understand Saber, and she's coming from too. If that master in that fucking temple continues to basically suck up all the energy he can, by the time we are in peak condition, he's gonna be at divine condition. Like genuinely, like he's gonna be like so strong we will not be able to stop him even if we are at our best. Whatever. I'm not gonna bitch about it either any longer, because now I am literally I'm literally Shiro, but on the other side I'm bitching about something from the argument. Whatever. But I'd like to just, you know, let that out. Well, Rin will definitely take advantage of the divorce to take her wife. Yeah. No, Lou, she must mediate between her wives. They are upset with each other. Actually, I do agree with Wandering Shadow here, yeah. Saber's voice is quiet as he answers, and then she falls silent. Our conversation ends there. Toshaka and Saber both go back to their rooms. I'm left alone in the living room and find myself starting to regret what I did. Well, it's too late. I could have said it differently, so why did I have to say it the way I did? Whoa, what the? Why was I only able to convince her with words that cut her so deep? Wow. Wow. Interlude. Interlude? 6.6-1. Fate. We're in the fate route! I think. It's a quiet, wildless night. Stop nagging Saber, Sheer. Yeah. It's a quiet, wild, windless night. It's past midnight. Darkness blankets the sky. The town itself is like a dark sea, illuminated only by moonlight. Overhead, the clouds move across the sky. At ground level, there is not a breath of wild. Oh, there's not a breath of wind. Why can I not read? Higher up, the air must be roaring as the clouds swim by.
風が出るな。
Maybe she hears the inaudible wind. She mutters quietly as she looks up into the windy sky. The young girl known as Saber stands quietly in the middle of the yard, glaring up at the sky. Her golden hair is beautiful even in the dark of the night. You don't have to always put emphasis on the golden hair, okay? We know that she's Anglo-Saxon, okay? I know. Anglo-Saxon people are beautiful that way. Shut up. Her clear green eyes, shut up, remain on the moon as it flickers in and out of view. She glances towards the corner of the yard once. There is an old shed. Her lord sleeps there.
あなたが戦わないというのならいい。
Look! She's gonna go on her own! You see what I meant? Oh, wow. There's a heavy clang. Listen to me. With that much armor, that sounded like a fucking... like a fucking bulldozer doing a hop. The sound of iron melts into the darkness without reaching anyone's ears. How is that fucking possible? Do they really have such a good, Do they really have such good walls? Soundproof walls? The moon hides, then reveals itself once again. As the clouds above float past. As the clouds above float past, the girl's appearance changes radically. Solid, heavy armor. She can no longer be called the girl in her blue raiment. True. Now she's shrouded in steely armor, woven of magical energy intense enough that it would overwhelm all others. In her hand, she holds an invisible sword, concealed by the same magical energy that suppresses human understanding. That surpasses human understanding. Really, I cannot read tonight. I'm just reading whatever I want. The figure once considered undefeatable in the battlefield proves that someone like her still exists in this day and age. Though her sword is invisible, the majestic air she exudes proves her exceptional skill as a swordsman. This is what has made her Saber, the hero of the sword, said to be the strongest of all the seven servants, a knight among knights who remains ever civil and acts according to her lord's will. Whatever the other heroic spirits may be like, she remains the ideal swordswoman who would never defy her lord. Would? But that ends tonight. Yep. She's here defying her lord's orders. You're not fit to be called a knight, King Arthur. Rather, she is not truly disobeying her lord. This is her way of bringing her lord victory, the result of her own determination.
彼は甘い。それでは他のマスターに殺されるだけだ。
She's right, by the way. But this master will never change his ways. The bitch ways, that is. Then it must be her duty to be heartless. If her master will not fight, then his sword must.
傷は癒えていない。マスターからの魔力供給を期待できない。
But that still poses no hindrance in battle. After confirming her own abilities, she returns her gaze to the moon. She has no concern for the shed where her lord sleeps any longer. Now that she is armed and wearing her armor, the only thing on her mind is defeating her enemies. The moon darkens. The moment a large cloud covers the sky, Saber jumps over the walls of the mansion grounds. She runs through the darkness. The silvery swordsman rushes through the sleeping town. She has but one destination, Ryoru Temple, sitting at the heart of the sacred mountain on the town's outskirts. Even Saber understands how difficult it will be to single-handedly defeat the master lurking in the temple. Shiru is correct. She is bound to suffer great injury, or at worst die herself. But how can she call herself a servant if she cannot do the impossible? Servants are driven by their superior ability and unassailable pride. They are proud as heroes and have earned that confidence in the numerous battles they fought. As heroic spirits whose lore has been passed down and respected since ancient times, they cannot lose no matter who they face. They cannot even imagine defeat. She is no exception. However, much of her innocence may still be left to her. Being granted the title of Saber is all the more reason she cannot ignore that pride. And that pride will not allow her to just sit by and do nothing when she can face her enemy. And so she must brave any traps that may await her and face her enemy even if she is alone. If she has no chance of winning, then she must simply use her sword to create one. Her sword is a celebrated blade. It has cut countless enemies down. As long as she has invisible air, there is nothing for her to fear. She runs through the mountain pass and ends up through the mountain pass and up the road leading to the temple. After she cuts through the mountain pass, an imposing stone staircase awaits her. So she went on her own after all. Well, Ima, go sleep. Have a great stream and day, everyone. Thank you, Kakarot. Have a good day. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for dropping by. It is certainly different than the Ryoto Temple she remembers. The air is stagnant. The wind is barren. The land's lifeline was contaminated long ago. This place is a land of death. The moment one enters, there can be no escape. She does not hesitate. Saber does not so much as break stride as she runs up the steps. Scenery flies by. Her footsteps echo on the stone stairs, and the mountain begins to stir. The stairs are long, stretching across a great distance. The temple gates are far even for Saber, who shoots up the stairs like an arrow. So long are the stairs that it is impossible for one to pass through the gate undetected. An ambush surely awaits along the way. Reaching the gate will not be easy. Whatever schemes may await her, she must simply smash through them and keep moving. Nothing will stop her. Even were Berserker to appear before her, she would break through. Such is her determination, her confidence. She's reached the top. Just as she's about to reach the temple gates, the obstacle presents itself. Who? Who the fuck are you? Saber stops. Despite her determination to push through no matter what enemy she faces, she is surprised by what she finds. It appears so naturally, like a breeze. The man appears before her, lacking any trace of enmity, but leaves not a single opening for an attack.
貴様
Saber stops and readies her invisible sword. The man before her, backlit by the moon, ignores Saber's menacing glare as if it were nothing to him.
侍か
She has heard about them, but she is bewildered by the sight of one. Bewildered by the sight of one. This is her second Holy Grail war. Even though she has seen many other heroic spirits, this is her first time seeing a servant like him. Crap. Sweat beads on Saber's brow. She's unafraid. Rather, she's struggling to comprehend the situation. It is not as if she has never encountered strange servants. Certainly, there was no stranger and more mysterious servants than the archer of the previous war. Who? Who was the archer of the previous war? Shit, I cannot remember. And I do know who a couple of the servants from the previous war were. Like, of course, my favorite servant, Alexander the Great, was part of the previous war, and it was just so fucking good. It was so good. I haven't seen Fate Zero, but I do know that he's in it. That's all I know. By comparison, the servant before her is hardly frightening and possesses no incredible weaponry. And that is exactly what makes it strange. She senses nothing from the man. There is no doubt he is a servant, but he seems to possess neither a noble phantasm nor magic energy. He should be an easy foe. Their fight should end in a single blow. But her instincts give her one very simple warning. Don't underestimate him. This servant has a means of inflicting instant death. She can't get closer. His katana is unconventionally long for a Japanese sword. The guy has a blade like fucking like fucking Sephiroth, making it hard to gauge spacing. But more than that, Saber's position puts her at a huge disadvantage. Yeah, he has the high ground. That man stands at the top of the stairs and Saber stands below him. He's about 5 meters from her. His sword will reach her before she can rush him. But she feels nothing from his sword. Repelling it should be easy. She should not be afraid to step in, but Saber senses somehow that she should not. Saber adjusts her grip on her sword and glares at the enemy ahead of her. She may not know his identity, but she should at least be able to determine his class. Which class is he?
聞こうその身はいかなるサーバントか
Saber doesn't expect an answer. After a brief smile,
アサシンのサーバント、佐々木小次郎。
Yo, he reveals the name too? Nice! That is Aura right there. He's the assassin. Shit. The servant's reply is given in a sing-song voice. Saber cannot help but be surprised. Servants generally conceal their identities. What sort of servant would so bluntly and proudly give his name? Yeah, you know, I was wondering a couple of, from the very beginning, ever since I started playing this, and I started to realize how important it is to not actually reveal your name as a servant. I was always thinking, man, if you have a servant who's just so fucking cool, where he's like, this is my class, this is my name, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? He's fine. Yeah, of course it is, Luz. For you, of course.
貴様何を
何をとは無粋だな。立ち会いの前に名を明かすのは当然であろう。それがそなたのように峰麗しい相手ならばなおのことだというのに。 そのような顔をされるとは心外であった。
I love how everyone cannot resist the fact that they have to point out that she's beautiful. The man who introduced himself as Sasaki Kojiro, the assassin, appears to enjoy Saber's confusion. There is no way Saber knows. She has no idea this servant is a swordsman who wields a long sword called Monohoji Zao, and was rumored to have been an unrivaled swordsman during the Kiju era in Japan. Knowing, of course, would change nothing. The man's origin is unknown and even his existence is uncertain. What does that mean? Whatever. It means that every time someone looks like a lover boy, it's always right up your alley, but you know what? At this point, I cannot really blame you. His story was told only by word of mouth, and there is perhaps only one person in the world who knows the true identity of the man who was hailed as the greatest swordsman in the world. The man who never left a mark in history but was Sasaki Kojiro's arch-enemy, and the only one to have ever defeated him. So how can this man be called a hero? The assassin, Sasaki Kojiro, is a presence far removed from Saber herself, who amongst heroic spirits could know the abilities of a swordsman who could not himself normally be a heroic spirit. Two things are clear for her. One is that the man before her is an enemy, and the other is that he has willingly identified himself.
参りました。名乗られたからには、こちらも名乗り返すのは騎士の礼です。
A knight's honor demands revealing oneself when addressed, and that one should return the gesture in kind. Saber's voice is grave. Revealing her true name possesses an immense risk. She cannot reveal her true name even under torture, nor does she have any intention of doing so. However, this is only in the name of her pursuit of victory. For this same reason, she cannot tarnish her knight's honor. Shit. That guy really got you now, Saber.
小次郎と言いましたね。アサシンのサーバントよ。私は。
よい。名乗れば名乗り返さねばならぬ相手であったか。
Say no more. I know you are the sort who must give your name in kind if I do so first.
いや、無粋な真似をしたのは私であった。
Okay. The man descends the stairs gracefully. Assassin confronts Saber, taking slow steps down the stairs.
そのようなことで敵を知ろうとは思わぬ。我らにとって敵を知るにはこの刀だけで十分であろう。
Why does he do that? Why does he place himself in a disadvantage?
違うか、セイバーのサーバントよ。そう驚くこともあるまい。貴様の持つそれが何であるかは分からぬが、身にまとった殺気は剣士のもの。目がくらむほどの美しい剣気。その貴様がセイバー以外の何者であろうか。
Man. Why is he the only one here? And why did we got to not face him when we reached the temple as Zero in the bad ending? He takes a step closer. Crap. Assassin descends the stone steps and he points his sword at Saber.
神名など知らずともよい。ただ、セイバーというサーバントがこの刃に敗れるだけの話だ。言葉で語るべきことなど皆無。もっとより、サーバントとはそういうものであろう。
Is that not what it is to be a servant in any case? Okay. The swordsman laughs joyfully. Okay.
なるほど。それは確かにその通りです。
As Saber speaks, she readies her sword.
それでよい。では、 果たし合おうぞセイバー。サーバント随一と言われるその権威、しかと見せてもらわねばな。
A silver light leaps, solid and soft. The battle between two very different swordsmen begin under the moonlight. New servant data added. Interlude out. Okay, new weapon data added. What the fuck? I wake up to a searing pain in my chest. It feels like I've just had a bad dream.
なんだ。胸が痛い。
My heart feels like it's burning. Actually, it feels more heat from outside has been forced into my body.
外側から。
I doubt myself briefly. But before I can think of what it might be, I find myself rushing outside.
Saber, いるか?
I open the sliding screen door to Saber's room.
いない。あいつ、まさか。
No, there is no doubt. If she's not here, she went to Ryodo Temple on her own.
バカ野郎。なんで体だって治りきってないのに、どうしてわざわざ。
I'm so angry, my head is starting to hurt. I didn't tell her I wasn't going to fight. I just bitched about it. I just didn't want her to get hurt like that again. There's no point in fuming here. I need to hurry to Ryodo Temple. I can't let Saber fight alone. Well, I don't know what good I can do to her. But if I get there, maybe I can do something. Yeah, okay, solid plan. Solid plan.
もう、あいつめ。女の子なんだから、もうちょっとおとなしくしてろってんだ。
I run. I don't even take the time to change. Out front, I grab a bike and pedal as fast as I can. I pedal down the hill without braking. It'll take at least 40 minutes to Ryodo Temple, even if I rush. 40 minutes! God damn! I don't know how long it's been since Saber left, but I need to get to her as fast as I can. Okay. Somehow, someway, this is considered the right path. Interlude. Okay. 6-2. Fate. Alright. The blades cross. The edges of both swords come into contact again and again. Stroke after stroke. Sword and katana alike spark as they strike and parry. Yo, that looks awesome. Several dozen exchanges like this later, and neither opponent has changed the position. Assassin standing higher on the steps, holding his ground. Saber, who is trying to advance up the stone steps, can't get closer to Assassin. Over time, she bleeds more and more energy. One of Saber's many attempts at rushing in. Assassin effortlessly swings his long blade fully 1.5 meters and halts Saber's advance. No, he's not simply preventing an advance. If Saber's blade is lightning, Assassin's katana is a hurricane. Though Assassin may not match for her in strength or speed, the flexible trajectory of his blade sweeps aside Saber's every attack. The ricocheting katana gains speed and flips back towards Saber's neck like a gust of wind. Even as Saber dodges a blow by only her breath, even as Saber dodges a blow by only a head breadth, the long katana flicks back towards her, giving her not a moment's rest. In contrast to Saber's straight sword, Assassin's blade is curved. Assassin's cutting edge is graceful, but it also draws a long extended arc. He shouldn't be able to match Saber's sword as it moves in a straight line, but he somehow cancels out that difference. Crap. She suddenly stops. Her blade isn't moving fast enough to block Assassin's counterattack. puts both back at the base, knowing it's the only way she can avoid the upcoming strike. Assassin's Katana traces a fascinating, beautiful arc, but at the same time it is so fast that it's nearly impossible to follow. Is this seeming impossibility owed to Assassin's skill, or is it owed instead to Saber being at a disadvantageous position in the battle? Unable to reach a clear conclusion, Saber continues dodging Assassin's strikes and turns aside the blade as it arcs towards her neck with her own weapon. The next thing she knows, she has retreated a few more steps down the stairs. That's the extent of his long katana's reach. It would be easy to rush up close to him once he sweeps his sword aside. But for some reason she just can't do it. It must be owed to the enemy's superb skills and her own position below him, which puts her at a disadvantage. Saber bites her lip, thinking she wouldn't have such a hard time against that long katana if they were on a flat ground.
さすがにやりにくいな。見えない剣というものがこれほど厄介とは思わなんだ。
Assassin is unmoved. He's fighting purely to defend. He need not chase after retreating. Saber, nor does he have any reason to give up the advantage of higher ground.
見れば刀を見ることさえ初めてであろう。私の剣筋は邪道でな。波のものならばまず一撃で首を落とす。それをここまで防ぐとは嬉しいぞ、セイバー。加えて打ち込みも素晴らしい。その勝負でこれほどの剣撃を行うからにはさぞ鍛え抜かれた全身であろう。
Assassin watches Saber, his posture relaxed, perhaps simply because he needed go on the offensive. He needed go on the offensive. The tip of his blade wavers, losing strength, but Saber cannot seize the opportunity. The man is not holding a stance. A long katana like that can only be wielded as long as the wielder is able to swing the sword from any position.
どうした？これで終わりというわけではあるまい。その不可視の剣、見かけ倒しではなかろう。
Yes, use the noble phantasm. If you do that, we are fucked actually, so do not do that.
いつまでも減らず口を。
The sword and katana clash.
よし、当たりだ。
The longsword stops mid-swing. Assassin grins, glancing at his katana where it stopped the invisible sword, then parries again. While Saber catches the clasp coming at her neck. Crap. Even Saber knows. She's been able to block Assassin's unfamiliar sword work thanks to her invisible sword. Her invisible sword can confuse the opponent's senses, both offensively and defensively. Assassin not following through on his attacks is proof of this. Not knowing how long Saber's sword is makes it too dangerous for Assassin to close in on her. If Assassin were to step in to attack Saber, he would do so when Saber tries to smash Assassin's forehead. That attack. Assassin dodges it completely as he takes just a step back.
よし、これで目測はついたな。刀身3尺余り、幅は4寸といったところか。形状は、セイバーの名の通り、典型的な西洋の剣だな。
3 shaku, 90 centimeters. Crap, so not even 1 meter long. 12 centimeters long and 4 sun. 12 centimeters wide, okay. So it isn't really that big. Its shape, let's see, as befits your name, is that of a typical Western sword. Assassin may have spoken calmly, but his exceptional skill at appraising the blade is clear. Saber's strike had been so fast that even were her sword invisible, it would have been almost impossible to see. And yet, not only has he managed to defend himself from the invisible blade, he's also figured out its size and shape.
信じられない。何の魔術も使わず、満足に打ち合ってもいないというのに、私の剣を測ったのですか、あなたは。
ほう、驚いたか。だが、こんなものは大道芸であろうよ。邪剣使いゆえ、このような技ばかり上手くなる。
Yeah, damn.
なるほど。私の一撃をまともに受けず、ただ払うだけがあなたの戦いだった。邪剣使いとは、その逃げ腰から来た俗称ですか。
The strategy was to simply parry my strikes to avoid being wounded. I can see why a coward like you would call himself a wicked swordsman. Oh, crap. Get down to the insults. But he got you now.
いやいや、まともに打ち合わぬ無礼は許せ。
We have to, you cannot lie, Saber. He got you. He figured out the shape of the sword. He removed you from another advantage you had.
何しろこの長刀だ。打ち合えば折れるは必定。お主としては力勝負こそが基本なのだろうが、こちらはそうはいかぬ。その剣と組み合い、力を競い合うことはできん。もとより、刀というものはそういうものだ。西洋の剣はその重さと力で物を叩き切る。
True.
だが、我らの刀は速さと技で物を断ち切るのだ。
True.
戦いが噛み合わぬのは道理であろう。まあしかし、これではいささか興がそがれる。
Man, sorry, I clicked out the window.
もう良い頃合いだぞ、セイバー。いい加減手の内を隠すのはやめにしろ。
アサシン、私があなたに手加減しているとでも。
していないとでも言うのか。何のつもりかは知らんが、剣を鞘に収めたまま戦とは舐められたものだ。私程度では本気を出すまでもないということか。
Excuse me, what? She's fighting with a Sith on. How did he? Okay, I did not expect that plot twist. God damn, man! She's fighting with a Sith on. What the fuck is she thinking? What? Excuse me. All this reading, all this gives me a running nose.
ほう。それでも応じないという顔だな。よかろう。ならばここまでだ。お前が出し惜しみをするのなら、先に我が秘剣をお見せしよう。
What's this Slay the Princess pulled from the other day, and I am shocked that I passed out during Prisoner. Woke up during Grey and entirely missed Apotheosis. Sorry for that, Sam. Welcome to the stream, by the way. And with that, the swordsman with a long katana drifts down next to Saber. For an assassin to give up his advantageous position is as good as inviting defeat. He may be a superb swordsman, but it was the landscape of their battleground that gave him the advantage. If the two are to fight on a level ground, Saber should not have trouble should have no trouble repelling assassin's attack and taking his head then and there. Assassin should know this as well. Which route today we are on, I cannot even remember. We are on Fate, and we are on, the 5th of February. I think we are on the Fate route. I do not even know how to get a new route, actually. This is the first route I've taken, so I'm not even sure if I'm actually on the Fate route first, by default. Perhaps new routes appear later on, or perhaps, I don't know. Oh, super early. Yeah, this game is actually massive, and I do mean massive. Like, this is my 10th, my 10th stream of it. 10th. And you know, goddamn, now that I think about it, yeah, the prologue itself took 3 streams, I think, and about 10 hours. Excuse me, where was I? Oh yeah, Assassin should know this as well, so why? Oh crap. Saber instinctively reacts to the smoothness in his voice, for he is speaking the truth. Assassin descending the steps has not put her in an advantageous position. Her intuition, which has enabled her to triumph in so many battles, warns her of her mistake. She readies her invisible sword. There is no room to hesitate. What matters is that she has to attack with her sword before Assassin swings his long katana. Wow. Nice picture. Roughly 3 meters separate the two. He readies himself. The stance he takes now is one he has not taken in their battle so far. Saber charges. The long katana is meaningless now. The moment she draws near Assassin, the katana will become a liability to him. And yet, such logic means little to a swordsman like him. Lightning strikes, faster even than Saber's blade. The demonic blow strikes down in a single straight line. But it's not as if Saber cannot block such an attack. She quickly raises her sword to defend, repelling Assassin's attack. Even Assassin will be left open after an attack like that is turned aside. In that split second interval, as Saber attempts to cut through Assassin's stomach. Swiftly trusting in her instincts, Saber rolls down the stone steps. Crap, she rolls away as if she's fleeing. She just rolls down like a barrel. Oh, poor Saber. She makes no effort even to soften her landing. All Saber does is frantically hurl herself down the stairs slowly for nothing. God damn, Saber, why the fuck? Back that bird up. Yep. Oh, tell me she's not gonna break her neck. Can you imagine winning a servant just because they broke their neck when they fell down the stairs? Saber stops rolling and gets to her feet. Thank God. Above her on the stairs, she sees the swordsman standing at his ease.
Oh, かわしたか、我が被験。さすがはセイバー。ツバメなどとは格が違う。
You are far and away the superior of a swallow, okay?
信じられない。今のはまさか。
何？そう大した芸ではない。たまさかツバメを切ろうと思いつき、身についただけのものだからな。
What do you mean? He raises his long katana up high. The motion is done as if to mimic the demonic sword's motions he demonstrated earlier to intimidate Saber.
見えるか、セイバー。ツバメはな、風を受けて刀を避ける。早かろうが遅かろうが関係はない。どのような刀であろうと、大気を震わさずには触れぬであろう。 連中はその震えを感じ取り、飛ぶ方向を変えるのだ。故にどのような一撃であれツバメを立つことはできなかった。所詮刀など一本線に過ぎぬ。縦横に空を行くツバメを捉えられぬは道理よな。ならば逃げ道を囲めばいいだけのこと。一の太刀でツバメを襲い、風を読んで避けるツバメの逃げ道を続く二の太刀で取り囲む。しかし連中は素早くてな。この長刀ではまず二の太刀が間に合わん。ことを成したければ一息のうちほぼ同時に行わなければならなかったが、そのような真似は人の技ではない。叶うことなどあるまいと承知したものだが、あいにくと他にやることもなかったのでな。一年寄進に通じるというが、気がつけばこの通りよ。ツバメを立つというくだらぬ思いつきは、複数の立ち筋で牢獄を作り上げる秘剣となった。
Wow. Saber cannot help but disagree with his matter-of-fact narrative. It is untrue. His technique is not as simple as he claims. Execute two attacks simultaneously. Impossible. The two blades struck at exactly the same time. In that moment, there existed two separate katana.
奇襲はゼルレッジ。何の魔術も使わず、ただ剣技だけで宝具の域に達したサーバント。
A servant whose skills reach the level of a noble phantasm without using magecraft but by skill alone. Iskor Zelrich. Multidimensional fraction. What? It is most certainly to be admired. That single blow made it very clear. Sasaki Kojiro does not possess a noble phantasm as heroic spirits typically do. All he has is his magical sword and its sheer power, reaching the realm of the gods. What's astonishing is that this man, a mere human, has managed to stand on equal ground with a heroic spirit who possesses a notable phantasm.
だが足場が悪かったな。ツバメ返しの奇跡は本来3つ。もうわずかに広ければ横の一撃も加えられたのだが。
そうでしょうね。そうでなければ不完全です。すべてが同時であるなら、ニノたちはどうしても遅くなる。それを補うために、横方向への離脱を阻む3の太刀があるはずだ。
いい飲み込みの速さだ。だからこそ我が秘剣をかわしたか。素晴らしいぞセイバー。このような属性に呼び出された我が身を呪ったが、それも今宵まで生前では叶わなかった立ち会い。我が秘剣を存分に振る舞える殺し合いができるのならば、呼び出された甲斐があるというもの。
What is it? I had so cursed my summoning to this material world, but that lament ends tonight. An opportunity to face an opponent that would have been impossible in my lifetime, and a chance to use my secret attack on them is enough to make this summoning well worth it. Why did you curse your summoning? What happened? Assassin readies his sword again and descends the stone steps. He must be after Saber's head. Saber is not confident she will be able to. What kind of phrasing is this? Saber is not confident she will be able to dodge that secret technique again. This feels like a wrong phrasing over here, but whatever. He's bored here, apparently. Yeah, to compare Fate Stay Night to Lord of the Rings, you're at the prancing pony when the hobbits first meet Strider. It's been years since I've first played Fate, and I'm long overdue a replay. Well, here's the thing though, I have not watched Lord of the Rings, so I do not know much about Lord of the Rings. Yeah, the biggest franchises unfortunately really slipped me by during my, younger years. It is what it is. Let's just say that I'm trying to catch up to this. Yeah, this is between there is between confident and she's not right. Like Lancer's gay bulge, Assassin's Swallow Reversal is a technique that one cannot allow the wielder to use. Except, unlike Gay Bulge, against which one can defend once they understand what it is and know that it will strike at the heart, there is no defense against Assassin's secret technique. It cannot be evaded even when one knows what it is. If there is a defense, it lies in preventing him from using the attack. The only way to defeat him is to deliver a devastating blow before Assassin can unleash his secret technique.
なるほど。確かに手加減など許される相手ではなかったようだ。
You were taking it easy this entire time? She lowers both her hands. Saber drops the tip of her invisible sword as if driving it to the ground, and glares up at the assassin as he approaches.
ほう、そうか。ようやくその気になったか、セイバー。
Assassin stops descending the steps and readies his secret technique once more. Saber looks at him bravely.
不満がないのはこちらも同じだ。我が一撃受け切れるか、アサシンのサーバント。
Saber releases her own restraints. The air trembles. As if responding to her will, her sword releases a torrential gust of wind. Assassin retreats several steps. The gale force winds released from Saber's sword are extraordinary. Even the thick trees on the either side of the temple gates creak and groan. So strong is the wind, it all but explodes outward from her blade. The atmosphere sealed within is released and roars outward in all directions. Saber's sword releases a gust of wind that could easily carry off a human being. Yo! God damn! Man! Turn off the air fan! She put the air fan on max. This is her blade's power. The invisible air is, as the name implies, a sword that has sealed up wind. The sword seethed is compressed wind. The sword seethed in compressed wind reflects and refracts light to give it the appearance of being invisible. This is what happens when the wind is released. The released air seeks escape and dissipates into its surroundings in chaotic gusts. During that time, finally I can take an actual picture from here without the tumbling. Need Saber in the summer. Yep. Her sword's commanding magecraft allows her to freely manipulate the raging wind. As Saber possesses incredible amounts of magical energy, she should be able to maintain the bounded field for a few minutes. The truth of this is made apparent by the fact that her sword, even after releasing so much energy, remains invisible. Wow.
さながら台風といったところだが、しかし
The howling winds do not die down. The unleashed winds are about to engulf
こ
Assassin.
の程度のはずがない。その奥にあるもの、見せてもらうぞ、セイバー。
Assassin closes in despite the raging, blinding wind. Saber's arm moves. The wind-infused blade roars, readying itself to intercept Assassin, who advances calmly, slowly, in spite of the gale force winds. Strong enough prevent most people. Wait a minute, there is another phrasing wrong here. Slowly in spite of the gale force winds, strong enough to prevent most people from ever approaching. So, new servant data added. Interlude out. I get the feeling that this is a good point to actually take a small break because I really do need to actually go get some food. But let me see the servant data real quick. Okay, Sasaki Kojiro, male, 176. He's in the average. Noble Phantasm, question mark. Agility A+, luck A. Neutral evil, fuck. Alignment is neutral evil. The guy is a bad guy. While his existence is met with suspicion, his name remains widely known as that of a peerless swordsman. He was a beautiful swordsman who wielded a 3-foot-long longsword, Monohashizao. He's said to be born in the Eiroku era and became famous during 1605 until 1612, but the truth is not clear. The books that feature Sasaki Kojiro have many contradicting time math periods, because his name was not even written down in the Book of Five Rings, written by Miyamoto Musashi, his most worthy opponent. According to the records, Kojiro is from the Aichizen province and studied under Toda Seigen. He favored the longsword, and after defeating the master's young brother, named himself Ganryu. After that, he went around various lands as a martial artist and developed the secret sword technique Swallow Reversal that can kill even a flying swallow in the Nishiki River in the Shuo province. Then, after terrifying swordsmen in different lands, After fighting terrifying swordsmen in different lands, he died fighting Miyamoto Musashi at Funashima, what would later become Ganryu-jima, in order to maintain the honor of the domain he served. Because of his longsword, he could not fight while holding the sheath and discarded it in front of Musashi. Musashi is believed to have said the famous line, "Kojiro has been defeated," after saying that. Miyamoto Musashi holds the record for being one of the best swordsmen in Japan. Sasaki Kojiro was viewed as a worthy opponent, but his real image is uncertain as a reflection of the moon on water. People will say there was once someone like that, but the legend of Sasaki Kojiro that has been passed down to the present can only be that of a great but fictional swordsman that people fabricated. Okay, class skill, get rid of one's presence as a servant, fit for covert actions. Okay, innate skill, a mystical anti-personnel swords technique, maximum targets one person. Special move that slashes the opponent with 3 arcs at the same time. Apparently, it is one example of something called a multidimensional refraction phenomenon. It is a fatal sword that is impossible to avoid in a different sense from Gay Bulk. Mind's Eye False. Resistance to modifications caused by visual disturbances. It is a natural ability to predict danger, also known as Sixth Sense or Premonition. A mind as serene as a clear mirror or still water. Terrify as a verb. Oh, I see, okay. A mental defense mechanism that nullifies interference with the mind. Since he is not an assassin, he cannot use the presence concealment assassin ability, but he can perform presence concealment in the form of a martial artist's blank mind state. Knowledge of the Showa, a special skill where the hitting accuracy does not go down no matter how many times the same move is used at the same opponent. The attacks can no longer be seen though. The attacks can no longer be seen through. Noble Phantasm, nothing. Anything new on on Seiba? No hero info. Barrier of the Wind King. Okay, and that's in sword. Sword blade, okay. Like with target of the character's resistance modification caused by the visual disturbance and modification. Okay. We do know all that. Time to save a bit. Man, it has been almost 2 months since I last played. Yes, it's a good point to overwrite this. Okay, so I'll go ahead And I'll go ahead and take a small break in order to get some food. I'll be back in about 10 minutes, okay? Do give me some time. What kind of music should I let you hear? That is the real question now. No, wait a minute. This, yes. Because I'm going for food. This color. Yes, this color. Is there an extended version of the whole Gear War main theme extended? There is this. There is this. A variation, which is nice. Okay, is this... There is Lancer's theme, which is also extended. What is this? Is this good? This is nice, but is there... The variation is better? Maybe? You know what? I'll keep the variation. There we go. Okay. Give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. enjoying the music. Well, time for us to go back to Wednesday night. Actually, no. Let me listen to the music for a bit. Man, they really did They really did some good work with the music. It is truly a really good mix of Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night. Oh well. Time to go back. Back to the night. Where were we? Oh yeah. What the hell was that? When I reached Ryodo Temple, I'm greeted by the sound of air rushing at me like a typhoon.
セイバーだよな。あそこにいるの。
At the top of the stairs in front of the temple gates, I see an armored figure, who must be Saber, fighting someone wearing kimono. The wind swirls around Saber and the surrounding trees creak under the gale force intensity.
くそ、近すぎるのかよ、これ。
The wind is so intense I can't even keep my eyes open. Head down, I manage to find my way closer to the stairs, but the wind only gets stronger.
ダメだ、これじゃ。
I can't get closer to Saber. Far ahead, I can see Saber fighting someone, but I can't do anything. No, even if I manage to get closer to Saber in this wind, I will only hold her back. My left hand hurts again. The command spells engraved on the back of my hand tingle. I don't know what that means. But every time my hand tingles, I can't help but to remember that scene.
くそ、こうなったらやけだ。
I close my eyes and stretch my hands towards the stairs. I get down onto my hands and knees, hoping to avoid being blown off my feet, and begin crawling up the stairs. The wind intensifies. Even a novice mage like me can tell incredible amounts of magical energy are raging above me. My command spells tingle. The roar of the wind warns me something is happening above.
待て、もしかしてこれ。
Saber's magical energy. If it is,
あいつ、あんな体で何を無茶だ。
no, should she even be doing something like that? Saber can't recover magical energy. She shouldn't be wasting it like this. I need to step in and handle the fighting and have Saber support me instead. How do you... Wait a minute, you handle the fighting? How the fuck are you gonna... Or else she might run out of magical energy. I stand up and start running up the stairs. Now is not the time to be crawling. I don't know what Saber has in mind, but I have to stop her. As I try to dash to the temple's gates, something like a dagger flies right by me. I don't know what miracle let me dodge it. I turn to look away from the stairs into the trees. There is no doubt about it. I didn't notice it in this torrential wind, but there is someone hiding nearby.
ふざけやがって。こそこそと隠れてないで出てこい。
I shout for whoever is hiding in the tree line. The strong winds should have drowned my voice out. To my surprise, my voice echoes up the stairs.
風が止んだ。
I look up towards the temple gate. There. I see a man in a kimono wielding a long sword and Saber's back.
そこまでにしておけ、セイバー。その秘剣、盗み見ようとする輩がいる。
The man in the kimono smiles as he speaks. Like me, he's staring out into the forest.
このまま続ければ、我らだけの勝負にはなるまい。生き残った者に、そこに潜んだ恥知らずが襲いかかるか、それともお前の秘剣を盗み見るだけが目的なのか。どちらにせよ、あまり気乗りのする話ではないな。
The man turns to climb the stairs, seeming totally disinterested.
待て、決着をつけないつもりか、アサシン。
お前がこの山門を越えるというのであらば、決着はつけよう。何者であれ、この門をくぐることは私が許さん。 だが、あいにくと私の役目はそれだけでな。帰るというのであらば止める気はない。まあ、そこに隠れているたわけは別だが、気に入らぬ相手であれば死んでも倒産し、生きても返さん。
That fool hiding in the trees, though, is another matter. Should I find myself disliking them, I will not allow them in, even dead, nor will I let them leave alive. Okay. Assassin continues up the stairs.
踊らされたな、セイバー。だが、もう一人の気配に気がつかなかった私も同じだ。あのままでおけば危険のすべてを味わえたであろうが、良いところで邪魔が入った。そなたにとっては良好であったか。
Saber hangs her head in regret. Her intent to kill fades. Not because of Assassin's words, but because Saber must have realized that keeping up the fight would leave her at a disadvantage.
そら、迎えも来ている。そこにいる小僧はお前のマスターであろう。盗み見をするたわけが、その小僧に標的を変える前に立ち去るがいい。
Saber doesn't like being blue-balled. Yep. Indeed. But just like that, Assassin disappears. Man, Assassin is a chill guy. I liked him. He just has one goal, to protect the temple, and that's it. He doesn't give a shit about anything else. It must be his way of telling us that he won't attack us unless we keep going. Well, Saber says nothing. She just stands there silently, her back to me.
Oi, Saber!
Even when I call to her, she doesn't answer. Huh? It seems strange, so I begin climbing the stairs. Saber's armor vanishes. Defenseless and in her simple blue clothing, she sways on the spot without turning around. I catch Saber in my arms as she falls backward down the stairs. What a hero. Okay, whatevs. She doesn't move a muscle. She's unconscious, her eyes shut in pain. You came here with a bike. How the fuck are you gonna carry her a 40-minute bike cycle ride? Okay, I guess we skipped like 3 hours because I get the feeling that... Okay, so honestly, wait a minute. I have to actually question this. It's a 40-minute bicycle ride on a rush. How is that? How much is that with walking? Let's assume it's 3 hours. So for 3 hours you abandon the bike, I assume, because carrying the bike as well is damn near impossible. So you carried Saber unconscious for about 3 hours? Okay then. I guess the boy does have some strength when it matters. We finally get home. It took me 2 hours. Oh, okay. It took me 2 hours to carry Saber back from Ryodo Temple. It doesn't sound very realistic, like you were on a rush on a bicycle riding for 40 minutes. So I would assume that it would take a little bit longer, considering the fact that you are carrying her. Serious feat, he does archery and kendo. Listen to me, I'm fit too, but that doesn't mean that I can carry a person for 2 hours in a 40-minute bicycle on a rush road. Like it's a little bit of a it's a fucking Herculean labor, actually. How the fuck do you do it so fast? I would assume that it was at the very least like about 2.5 hours, but the game just doesn't sugarcoat it. It just says 2 hours. It sounds more realistic that way. I was worried the whole return trip, but we managed to get back safely. How the fuck did nobody show you just carry an unconscious girl on the street? I lay Saber down in the hallway. Saber was really light. She probably only weighs about 40 kilos, so it shouldn't have tired me out so much. Oh, okay. No, I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back. I forgot that she's actually I forgot that she's actually, you know, as heavy as any Japanese girl. Okay, 40 kilos, it's not that much, okay. I carry 40 kilos every day. When it comes to, you know, actually, the luggages I carry, it's always 20 kilos on the one hand and 20 kilos on the other. So, yeah, I know how it is, okay. Small Saber. Yeah, okay, no, okay. No, maybe it's doable, I take it all back. I didn't consider the possibility that she's just about 40 kilos. I assume that she's about 60 for some reason. I guess the average in my head is about 60, you know, that's why I assumed it as much. Or it wouldn't have if she'd been still. Wait a minute, what? Saber was really light. She probably only weighs about 40 kilos, so it shouldn't have tired me so much. Or it wouldn't have if she'd been still. I had no idea that carrying a sleeping person, even a girl, could be so much work. Of course it is. It's an unconscious body, what did you expect? My fatigue is more mental than physical. The feel of her soft skin when I picked her up, her quiet breathing on me. It was also distracting. Bro. Not now! Not now! Jesus! How much power did she wasted? Look at Saber as she lays there sleeping. She's probably not completely unconscious. Even if she looks like she's out cold, she might open her eyes the moment I call her name. I can't carry Saber with this raging boner! Yeah! My boy is not focusing on the task. My boy is not focusing on the mission. Damn. There was so much I wanted to tell her when I left the house, but I can't say anything with her sleeping, looking like that. Even now, I keep my voice to a whisper. The moment I reach out to pick her up again.
まあいいけど、シローがどんな趣味してて何をしてるかなんて私には関係ないから。
Excuse me? For some reason, Tosaka is in the hallway watching, even though it's after 2 in the morning. 2? Wait a minute, it was about midnight the moment you were at the temple when she fainted, so, and it needed about an hour for you to get there. So, okay, so Saber really did left a little bit early. I assume she left around like 10:30 or so. Okay. Interesting.
Tosaka!
何よ、お化けでも見たような顔しちゃって。別に文句はないから続けていいわよ。私は水飲みに起きただけだし。
Yeah, okay.
いや違う、これは違う、すごく違う。
Wait a minute, what is she implying? Wait a minute. I don't care what you're into or what you planned on doing next. It's really not my business. Jesus Christ.
その話せば長くなるんだが、つまりセイバーを部屋に連れて行こうとしただけなんだが、俺の言ってることを分かってくれるか？
ええ、まあそれなりに。
What?
嘘つけ！全然分かってない口ぶりだぞ今の。
だから分かってるってば。セイバーが一人で戦いに行って、シローはそれを止めてきたんでしょ？
Likely story.
で、何らかのトラブルがあってセイバーが気絶して戻ってきた。どう？これでいい？
Did Archer was spying on us the entire time? How do you...
すごい。全問正解だ。けど、なんだってそこまでわかるんだよ、お前。
わかるわよ。セイバーが単独で戦いを仕掛ける可能性は高かったし、サーバントが戦いを始めればマスターにだって伝わるわ。だからこういう展開も十分予測範囲なわけ。
そうか。それはいいけど。
So So Toshaka knew Saber would go out by herself.
でどうするの？セイバーを部屋に連れて行くんじゃないの？ここに寝かしてたらいくらサーバントでも風邪ひくと思うけど。
A servant can catch cold? Wait a minute.
いやだから部屋に連れて行こうと思って今。
I tried to lift her up, but kind of awkward with Toshaka watching.
トサカ悪いけどセイバーを運んでくれないか？
Oh yeah, could you carry her for me?
私が？もういいけど。じゃあお茶でも入れてくれる？少し二人の話に興味があるから。
Toshaka picks Saber up. Her being so understanding has me a little worried. But since I asked her for a favor, I'd better go make some tea. So she actually picked her up? Oh, damn, even Toshaka is strong. Toshaka carries Saber off towards my room. Meanwhile, I work on preparing tea in the kitchen.
お茶って日本茶じゃないよな。紅茶って言ってもティーバッグの紅茶しかないぞうち。
Well, if I don't have it, I don't have it. I tell myself she can complain all she wants and start pouring the hot water over the bag.
シロ、ちょっといい？
Toshaka comes back.
ああ、ちょっと待ってくれ。すぐに行く。
I put 2 teacups on the tray and carry it out to the living room. And there... What the fuck? Sitting next to Toshaka is Saber in her normal clothes.
セイバーどうして眠ってたんじゃなかったのか？
眠ってたわよ。けど、そういつまでも続く眠りじゃないし、ついさっき目が覚めたの。
Well, to be fair, she has passed out for 2 hours, so...
どうも、一気に膨大な魔力を使おうとして、体の方から一方的に機能を停止させられたみたいね。ほら、電気のブレーカーと同じよ。そのままじゃショートするから、強制的に電源を切るってやつ。
Saber is quiet as Toshaka explains.
お前
Seeing her back to her usual self, all the frustrations I had earlier come rushing back.
セイバーお前な自分が何をしたのか分かってるのか？
わからないわけはないでしょう。私は竜道寺に赴き、アサシンのサーバントと戦いました。その折、私たちの戦いを監視していた第3のサーバントに気がつき、戦いを中断しましたが。
違う、そんなことを言ってるんじゃない。俺が言いたいのはどうして戦ったのかってことだ。
またそれですか。サーバントが戦うのは当然のことです。シロこそマスターであるあなたがなぜ私に戦うなというのです。
More drama. Here we go.
それは
I do understand there is no way around fighting since I've decided to participate in the Holy Grail War. But I know me telling Saber not to fight is me contradicting myself. But even so... Yeah, that. I don't want to see something like that happen to her ever again. But you cannot really tell her that now, can you?
私の方こそ聞きたい。シロは戦いを嫌っているようですが、そんなことで聖杯戦争に生き残る気があるのかと。あなたの方針に従っていては他のマスターに倒されるだけではないのですか。
It's not like that. I'll fight off anything that might pose a risk to us. I certainly don't intend to just let myself be killed so easily. But aside from that, I just don't want Saber to fight.
違う。戦うのを嫌ってるんじゃない。俺は
This is much simpler than that.
その女の子が傷つくのはダメだ。そんなの男として見過ごせない。だからお前に戦わせるぐらいなら
Wow.
俺が自分で戦う。
He actually said it. Yeah.
私が女だから戦わせないだと。
God damn. God damn. Do you have any idea how insulting that is, considering her backstory? God damn. Even Toshaka is like, fuck. Face palms.
あなたはサーバントはマスターを守るものです。私たちが傷つくのは当然であり、私たちはそのために呼び出されたものに過ぎない。サーバントに性別など関係ないし、そもそも無人である私を女扱いするつもりですか。
Rin's like he did not just go there. Yep. Yep.
今の言葉は訂正してください、シロ。
Wow. Saber leans towards me, her eyes blazing with fury. Oh, bro, she's gonna defeat it. She's gonna defeat a monster tonight, regardless. You're gonna be the one on the chopping block, but I won't let her change my mind. It's absurd for her to say she's a warrior before she's a woman. How could someone so frail, light enough for me to carry easily, go and behave so recklessly?
誰が訂正なんてするか。そりゃセイバーは強いかもしれないけど、それでも女の子だろう。つまんないことにこだわるな、バカ。
バカ。
つまらないことにこだわっているのはあなたではないですか。まさか女性に守護されるのが嫌だとでも言うつもりですか。好みはすでに英霊、そのようなさまつ事など忘れなさい。
さまつなもんか。もうとにかくセイバーが良くても俺は嫌だ。だいたい自分の代わりに戦ってもらうなんて間違いだったんだ。俺はそんな。
Seriously, such an old man. I mean, I understand where he's coming from, but he's really being a little bit selfish right now, even if it is for the well-being of someone else. I can't allow someone to protect someone as helpless as me. I don't want someone to get hurt in my place. I'm the one who should be doing the saving. I've been working so hard to become the kind of person who can help people, just like my old man.
いいな。とにかくセイバーは戦うな。戦いは俺がする。それなら文句はないだろう。セイバーの望み通り戦うって言ってるんだから。
無茶を言う人ですね、あなたは。人間がサーバントと戦えると思っているのですか。シローでは戦いにすらならないと実感しているでしょう。ランサーに襲われた時を思い出してください。あの時私が現れなければ間違いなくシローは殺されていた。それはどのようなサーバントが相手でも同じです。
そんなのやってみなくちゃわからない。あの時は何の準備もなかっただけだ。けど今なら対策なんていくらでも立てられるんだから。やりようによっては寝首をかくことぐらいできる。
Man, what a wishful thinking this guy has. Honestly, we were shit-talking about... Shit-talking. We were calling out I was being called out, rightfully so, for having a really bad thought process about being the ones taking the initiative in the temple and getting the bad ending as a result of it. But it wasn't half as mad as what Shiro is saying right now.
少子な。シローの立てた守りなど神も同然です。
Man, this expression is the first time I'm seeing it from Saber. He's completely right. Man.
今すごいこと言ったな、セイバー。
あなたこそサーバントを侮っている。人の身で英霊を打倒しようなどと何を思い上がっているのですか。
Oh yeah, I can take on Hercules. Watch me. Man. Saber and I glare at each other. Oh god damn. Bro, she's your servant. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's what's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Oh man. I cannot believe we reached the point where Saber and fucking Shiro are literally glaring at each other as if they're about to start beating each other up. In his heart, Shiro wants to fight. Oh, true. That's true, that's true. He does want to fight, but he doesn't have the means to do so. Our conversation is going nowhere, and there is no sign of reaching any kind of compromise.
違うわセイバー。シロはサーバントを侮っているわけじゃない。そのあたりを誤解しちゃうと話が進まないから口を挟ませてもらうけど。
There we go. Toshaka is about to save the day.
リン、それはどういうことですか？
要するにね、そいつ純粋にあなたが傷を負うのを嫌がってるのよ。どうしてか知らないけど、シロは献身と善意の塊だもの。
As long as it would protect someone at least. Yeah.
ね、自分のことよりセイバーの方が大切なんでしょ、あんたは。
そんなことないぞ。俺は別にセイバーが大切なんて言ってない。
Why do you take whoa, bro. Why do you take that back now? Why are you being shy?
嘘。そうでもなければ自分で戦うなんて言えないわ。だってあなた、自分じゃサーバントに勝てないって分かってるんでしょ？それでも戦うっていうのは自分よりセイバーのが大事ってことじゃない。
I mean, if she puts it like that, maybe, but...
だから無茶でも戦う。勝てないって分かっていながら勝とうとする。その結果が自分の死でも構わない。なぜならあんたの中では、どうしてか知らないけど、自分より他人の方が大切だからよ。
Well, I don't mean it to be like that.
そういうことよ。わかるでしょ、セイバー。あのバーサーカー相手にあなたをかばうようなバカなのよ、そいつ。だから本気で自分が戦うって言ってるの。
He's enough of an idiot that he'd even try to protect you against Berserker. God damn. Yep. Man. Rin's saying it better than I can. Leave it to her to understand her male wife. I don't know how much of Toshaka's words actually make it through to Saber. But Saber takes a deep breath and turns towards me.
シロ。
You're an idiot. Like literally this is exactly what I want her to say.
なんだよ、セイバー。
あなたが戦うことは認めます。ですが、それならば私にも考えがある。
だから何さ。
剣の鍛錬です。シローの時間が許す限り、私はあなたに剣を教える。それを認めるのなら、私もシローの意見を認めますが。
Yo! Getting to learn how to sword fight with King Arturia. Oh, literally one of the best swordsmen. The King of Knights is gonna be your tutor. Yes! Does that mean she's going to train me? Is this because she's acknowledged my will to fight?
待った。それは心の贅肉よ、セイバー。シローに剣を教える？やめてよ。そんな気休めでサーバントに太刀打ちできるわけないじゃない。
それは当然です。ですが知らないよりはマシでしょう。少なくとも戦闘時の迷いは薄れます。あとはシロー本人の決意にかけるだけですが、実践とは得てしてそういうものではないですか。向かないものには何を教えても身につくことなどありません。
言われてみればそっか。殴り合う覚悟ってのは一度殴り合ってみないと一生つかないものね。
True.
はい。ですから一度、いえ、一度と言わず時間の許す限り、シロには戦闘の結果としての死を体験させ、戦いに慣れてもらわなければ。
The two of them are talking pretty casually about some scary stuff.
ちょっと待て、俺はいいなんて一言も。
じゃあ私は魔術講座にしとく。セイバーが体を鍛えるんなら私は知識を育てるわね。まあ初めからそういう約束だったし、明日から本格的に鍛え直してやりますか。
Oh, that's how it goes then.
お願いします。リンがそうしてくれるなら、私も剣のみに集中できる。
いいっていいって。じゃあ話も決まったことだし解散しましょう。明日はいろいろと忙しそうだから。
So Shaka waves goodbye and disappears into the outbuilding.
私も休みます。シロも休憩を取ってください。明日は道場で汗を流してもらいますから。
I tend to work you hard in the dojo tomorrow. Yeah. Definitely not weird. She gives a short bow and goes back to her room. All that remains is the living room. In the living room is 2 cups of untouched tea and 1 dumbfounded boy. So they never drank the tea. Perfect.
いや、だから俺は一言もさ。
My words go unheard. Anyway, what was hiccup? Excusez-moi. What was already a confusing situation has grown a hell of a lot more complicated. Can't even begin to imagine what will happen today.
ねえよ。とにかく体力だけは温存しなくちゃ。
Everything starts with the body. Well, yeah, the only thing I can do is to cling on to my fragile hope that as long as my body is strong enough, I'll be able to endure whatever torture they might throw at me. Alright then. Save? Sure. Day 7. 6th of February. Fate. 7. Sword and Magic. 1. Part 1? Okay.
できれば誰も悲しまない方がいい。自分程度の力添えで周りが幸せなら、それはこの上なく住みやすい世界だと思うんだ。
That was always Kirichugu's my favorite saying. The man who I saw as a champion of justice was saying he thought he was a failure, that he wasn't good enough. He didn't need to explain it to me. The worlds the young me and the grown-up Kirichugu lived in were too different. And so the standards for being a hero of justice were different too. When I was young, this house was my entire world. So my old man Fujine, myself, and my favorite shed were the only things that needed protecting. All I thought I had to protect was what I could see around me. But Kirichugu wanted to do something for those he couldn't see or reach.
若い頃は向こう水でね。世の非常を呪うことで自らを育んでいた。世界が非常ならば、それ以上に非常になることを武器にして自分の理想を貫こうとしたんだよ。
There will always be those that can't be saved. You just can't save everything. If in the process of trying to save 1,000 you overlook 500, then I will abandon 100 to save 900. That is the most efficient way. that is the ideal, Kiritsugu once told me. Of course I got mad hearing that. It really ticked me off, because I didn't have to be told that since I knew that already. Because I knew firsthand that it was that very ideal that led to me being saved. I didn't need to be reminded about something so obvious, but I still believe that a hero of justice could save everyone despite those limitations. Because that's what a hero of justice was, someone who could still perform miracles, no matter how idealistic or unattainable they may be.
シロ、結果は一番大事だ。けどそれとは別に、そうであろうとする心が。
What did Kiritsugu say about heart again? I don't remember. It's not often I reminisce about something from so long ago. I must be in a deep sleep. Otherwise, I wouldn't be dreaming in the first place.
シロ、起きてください。そろそろ朝食ではないですか？
See? Saber is waking me up. It's pathetic.
何？
I bolt upright and out of my futon. It's 6:30 in the morning. Fresh sunlight pours in from outside.
シロ、朝です。朝食の支度はいいのですか？
Man, why do you have this stern look? You only got it yesterday and now you're throwing it all the time. Saber is staring right at me.
過ごした。すぐに起きる。
私に謝る必要はないと思いますが、ゆっくりしている余裕がないのは事実です。先ほど、さくらとりんが揉めていたようですから。
No!
さくらと遠坂が揉めていた？
What's going on? Hold on, don't throw me into a situation I don't understand just as I'm waking up.
それって遠坂の部屋でか？
いえ、今です。私も通りかかっただけですから、詳しくは知りませんが。
わかった。とにかく急ぐ。
Oh, but there's something I forgot to do. Kiss.
何でしょう
On
か、
the cheek.
シロ。
Thanks for waking me up, beautiful.
おはよう、セイバー。起こしてくれて助かった。
Close enough. It's only the kiss on the cheek that really that wasn't really the case. Oh no. It's almost as if I am Shiro in some cases. Fuck. There's something I forgot to do. Good morning, Saber. Thanks for waking me. He walks out the... Okay, I greet her and then I head out to the hallway. But seriously, what the hell did Toshaka do to start an argument with Sakura?
Tosaka!
In the living room, there is no signs of Sakura. Toshaka is alone, casually watching the weather forecast on TV.
おはよう。朝っぱらから人の名前を叫ぶなんて穏やかじゃないわね。
You're having fun, huh? She turns around as if to ask if something had happened. Huh? That's weird. It doesn't look like she was fighting with Sakura at all.
ああ、おはよう。って遠坂、なんでもさくらと揉めたって聞いたんだが、本当か？
え？あ、そっか。セイバーから聞いたのか。ええ、客観的に見ればそういうことになるけど、別に大したことじゃないわよ。単にしばらくここには来るなって言いつけただけだから。
She's so casual about basically banning Sakura from my house.
バカな。その話、さくらは前にも断ってるじゃないか。それを繰り返したところで、さくらが承諾するはずが。
ないけど、交換条件を出したら帰ってくれたわよ。さくらが1週間ここに来なければ、私はおとなしく家に戻るって言ったの。それで交渉成立。しぶしぶだけど帰っていったわ。あ、そうそう。シローによろしくだって。
よろしくってお前。
Why would she do something like that without telling me? Actually, I shouldn't yell at her for it. Toshaka's just done something I should have.
そうだった。悪い。朝から面倒を押し付けちまった。気分悪くしただろう、登坂。
いや、別に面倒でも嫌でもなかったけど、なんだってそんなこと言うわけ？シロ。
いや、登坂、さくらと仲が良かっただろ。なのに、面と向かって出ていけなんて2回も言うのは嫌だったはずだ。だから悪かったって。しっかりしなくちゃいけないのに、また登坂に負担をかけた。
いいけどそんなの。私だって自分の安全第一でさくらを追い出したんだし、シロにそう謝られる筋合いなんてないわ。
自分の安全第一ってなんでさ。
だってシンジがマスターだったんでしょ。
Yeah, there is that.
あいつのことだから、シロんとこにさくらがいるって分かったら目の敵にするに決まってるもの。だからシンジとの決着がつくまではさくらはここにいさせない方がいいのよ。
I get it. She makes a good point. Shinji said he doesn't tell Sakura anything. I don't think he was lying. But if he finds out his little sister comes here so often, he might get the wrong idea.
だよな。シンジから見れば、さくらを人質に取ったように見えるもんな。
そういうこと。もっともそんなことは別にして、ここが危険なことに変わりはないでしょ。あんまり頻繁に夜出歩かせるのもなんだし、しばらくは遠慮してもらった方がいいのよ。それがさくらのためだし、私たちのためでもある。
まあ、そうだな。さくらには悪いけど、後で謝って許してもらおう。
Though I won't be able to explain myself even when the time comes. This is really getting to me. I feel really bad about turning Sakura away like this, even if it's temporary. She's been so unselfish about helping me for all this time.
あら、随分と元気がないこと。さっき人を怒鳴りつけてくれた異性はどこに行ったのかしらね。エミヤくんはそんなにさくらがいないと寂しいのかな？
Toshaka grins maliciously. Crap, I've known she'd tease me whenever I show vulnerability, but I went and did it again. I've known she'll tease me whenever I show vulnerability, but I went and did it again.
ほっといてくれ。さくらはうちの平和のシンボルだったんだよ。藤姉と俺だけじゃ足りないところを補ってくれてたんだ。それをこっちの都合で追い返したんだから気だって沈む。
なんだ、よくわかってるじゃない。それだけ言えれば合格よ。少しは勝ち切ってのが出てきたみたいね。
何が言いたいんだよ、登坂は。
わからない？つまりね、戦いが終わればさくらは戻ってくるでしょ。シロは聖杯なんていらないって言うけど、それなら今まで会ってくれた平穏のために戦えばいい。ほら、目的がはっきりしていいじゃない？
Toshaka smiles her very biggest smile. When she puts it like that, I really have no choice but to agree. True. Damn, I don't know what to say. What she said there confirms that she's both mean-spirited and ridiculously awesome at the same time.
じゃあしばらくさくらちゃんは来ないの？
まあ、そういうことだから、藤姉もたまには家で親孝行したらどうだ。じいさん、娘に構ってもらえないって嘆いてたぞ。
お父さんなんかほっといてもいいの。私がいなくたって死にゃしないんだから。それにね、さくらちゃんがいないんなら余計私がしっかりしなくちゃダメじゃない。シロだって男の子だもん。万が一があったら懲戒免職よ。そうなったら責任取ってくれる？シロ？
なことな。
Sadly, since I'm a man, I can't really confidently deny that. Man, shut the goddamn fuck up.
エミヤくん、何かしらね、今の止めは。
She glares. Toshaka's eyes bore into me from one side.
ないと思う。これはただの下宿じゃないんだ。俺だって分かってる。
そうよかった。やっぱりエミヤくんは信用できますね、先生。当然です。シローは私でもちょっと趣味に走りすぎたかっていうぐらい落ち着いてるんだから。
Okay then. Saber continues to eat in silence as she observes the two interacting. It's been 2 days, but I don't think I'll ever get used to this.
あ、そうそうシロー。弓道部のことなんだけどね。三辻さんが怪我したっていう話知ってる？
三辻が？なんだ、また他の部のやつと喧嘩でもしたのか、あいつ。まったく、もうすぐ3年なんだから少しは落ち着けってんだ。
More Saber sprites. Yeah, just a Saber in the background.
で、怪我の方はどうなんだよ？割と深いのか？
うん、それは大丈夫。軽い捻挫だって。学校の帰り道に怪しいやつに襲われたそうよ。
So, wait a minute, who? Mitsuzuri? Oh, Mitsubishi, I see. I remember her, yeah.
あの子って俊足でしょ。スパーッと勢いよく逃げたんだけど、最後に転んで怪我したみたい。
そうか。大事がなくてよかった。けど、よりによってあいつにね、命知らずというか、なんというか。どちらにせよ、間抜けな犯人だったな。俺はてっきり
逃げたんじゃなくてノックアウトしたって思ったんでしょう。
Fujine grins. Yep, she sure knows Ayako Mitsubishi. Well.
あいつが逃げるなんてめったにないから。しかし、そうか。三辻のやつも俗には弱かったのか。ま、いいんじゃないか。それぐらいのイベントが起きないと、あいつに女らしさを教えるのは不可能だ。
Munch on my rice, nodding approvingly.
ねえねえ、エミヤくん。
Suddenly, Rin Toshaka slaps my shoulder, smiling at me.
私からもちょっと耳寄りな話してあげよっか。
なんだよ。今の話以上に耳寄りな話は難しいぞ。本気で。
うん。今まで黙ってたけどね。私と綾子って仲良しなの。休みの日は2人で遊びに行くぐらいの仲って知ってた？
Man. What did I tell you, Shiro? Shut your goddamn fuck up. Jazz music stops. The very moment he came to realize that, he fucked up because now Toshaka will snitch on him. Why are she and Mitsubishi friends?
はい。
今の話、一言一句間違えずに伝えてあげるから安心して。エミヤくんも喜んでたって言ったら、綾子ったらそりゃあもう瓦10枚はぶち抜くぐらいに喜ぶんじゃないかな。
I bet she will be 10 stacks of tiles from sheer delight.
訂正したい。今のは言葉のあやだ。あまり人様に話すような発言じゃないんで、黙っていてくれるととても助かる。
You see, he's bitching again. He could have stick to it. He could have been like, yeah, sure. Go right ahead and tell her. You'll get me out of the trouble to tell her myself. But no. That guy really doesn't have balls when it comes to women.
そうなの？なら黙っていてもいいけど、それなりの条件がないときついかな。ほら、ついポロッと口に出ることってあるじゃない？
Yeah, okay. Manipulator.
謙虚なセリフを言ってんのに、にんまり笑ってるってのは良くないぞ。
あら、ごめんなさい。別に楽しいわけじゃないから誤解しないでね。
Yeah, there's no misunderstanding here. She's enjoying this.
わかった。これから朝食は洋風にする。さっきお前が言ってた朝飯作るならパンにしろという提案も受け入れていい気になったり。
上出来ね。マーマレードだけじゃなくてイチゴのジャムも忘れないでくれると嬉しいわ。
Actually, I agree with her here. Strawberry jam, far better than just marmalade.
たく、日本の朝を何だと思ってやがる。この外国かぶれ。お前一人の趣味で朝飯を買いやがって。この暴君。
God damn, I didn't anticipate that he will start being racist. Damn.
いいえ、それは違います。朝食がパンになるのは私も嬉しい。加えて半熟の卵を用意していただければ
Oh
文
yeah.
句はないのですが。
Let's go. We're gonna have European breakfast from here on out. Let's go. Oh yeah. I'm in it with them. I'm with them. Yeah. Just called her a Westaboo. Does that even exist as a word? Westaboo. Saber jumps right into the discussion.
ああ、そうですか。わかったよ。洋食にすればいいんだろ。くそ。さくらが洋食にしたからって調子づきやがって。
Look, we don't want your traditional shit here. Bring us some real food. And by real food, I mean actually good Western food. Like actually, you know, throw in a Mediterranean salad while you're at it.
お望み通り、明日から朝はパンにするから、それで文句はないな。なら、さっきの話は他言無用。絶対に三つ釣りにはバラすなよ。
I've heard it before. Oh, really now? Okay, so Westaboo is a thing. I half and shove rice into my mouth without looking at either of them. Yeah, of course, because it's always the fucking rice. Always the rice with them you know, with them Asians. No offense, Roderick Channel. Just saying. But it's true. It's always like, oh, how do we, you know, make sure that the table before us is obviously Asian? Rice. It's definitely just rice. And then.
なんでそんな無駄なことするのかな。
Okay, you're not wrong. Thank you. I'm glad you understand. Fujine, who had been watching our conversation with a look of wonderment, finally speaks up. It's the equivalent of them infinite breadsticks. Yeah, pretty much.
なんだよ。無駄ってなんだよ、藤根。
だって東坂さんが話さなくても私が三辻さんに話しちゃうじゃん。こんな面白い話黙ってられないよ私。
Everyone needs a carb filler, I suppose. No, so she's gonna be the one to snitch. And look at these bubbly eyes. Okay then, Fujine shakes her head disapprovingly as she eats. Okay then. Actually, I need to think of a way to deal with her, or I'm really in trouble. Okay, I think this is a good stopping point. I'm a little bit tired and I really do not want to continue for another hour. Not gonna lie, it does take a lot out of me, you know, visual novels. Visual novels that really are demanded, you know, to pay attention. It takes a long time, not gonna lie. It does take a long time for me to actually react to every single voice of dialogue. I don't really know why that is, but I do know that it is, unfortunately. Lots of reading. Yeah, indeed. Like, let me check the, you know, the playlist real quick. So, from the playlist, right? I've had, this is the 10th stream I've done with, you know, Fate Stay Night. So, The first 2 streams were about 6 hours, 6.5 hours. Another one to 30, so about 9 hours, 11, 15, 18, 21, 24, 26, and tonight with 3 more hours, 29 hours. I have been playing this game for 29 hours, and I don't really know even if we are in the halfway there yet. And that is only the first route, so I'm not even sure. And not even Lygus to read it all. Yep, true. But you know what? It is what it is. It is a fun game, so why not, you know, perhaps it not finishing early is, you know, perhaps a blessing, because we're having a lot of fun. That being said, though, I really do not know how many more streams I'm gonna make with Fate Stay Night. I'm gonna play it to the very end, but for all we know, it might take a whole year if I do not actually have, you know, if I do not properly start making consistent streams. My idea is always that I'm gonna be playing this game every time I have free time from Zenless Zone Zero and Honkai Star Rail. So, with that in mind, it's gonna take a while. It is gonna take a while, because by next week we're gonna have another, you know, another new, well, another new update for Zenless Zone Zero, and then it's gonna go back to Star Rail, and, you know, so on and so forth, you know? It is what it is. It is what it is. Perhaps for the best. Anyway, I really do need to get going. I'll probably stream Fate Stay Night tomorrow as well. Then again, I was thinking of streaming something else just for the sake of streaming it for a bit. I don't know, I'll consider carefully what I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I'll think about it. Wuthering Shadow, thank you so much for being here. Luz, thank you so much for joining me by. Sam and Kakarot, thank you all guys so much. I truly do appreciate you, all of you, okay? I'll go get some rest. You better go get some rest yourselves. Let me get the music going though a little bit. And, well, I'll see you all next time, okay? Stay safe. Bye-bye. Later. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.